Hello and welcome everybody back to FTB One with the Ascended Crafters. Attempt number who knows at this point to fix my streaming issues. I have changed one last thing. This is my last attempt to get my streaming working again. I have changed off of the AV1 encoding to NVIDIA HVEC or HEVC, which is still H.265, and we're gonna see if the stream is stable finally, or if I lose all my bitrate again. And if this stream works, we'll know that basically the AV1 encoding to YouTube just isn't quite ready yet, isn't quite working. It doesn't really make sense because we had a few successful streams with no issues. I'm not sure why it started happening. I have been cranking away the hours and hours of trying to get my stream to work with AV1, and I mean it. I've spent almost 2 days, my waking hours, trying to figure this out. And if this stream works, I'm going to be so upset that the only issue was the AV1 encoding. But each time I attempted to stream, I could get maybe 10 minutes in, so I was making progress. So why don't we go over the progress I was making while trying to get the stream to work. So the biggest thing was we needed to get an enchantment sorter to clean up our AE2 system, all of the armor and tools and weapons that were in the system. We needed the enchantment sorter. This separates enchanted items from non-enchanted items. This required an advanced machine frame and plastic, so we needed to get plastic and we needed to get pink slime. Over here at our wall of machines, we set up 2 fluid extractors, one to put latex directly into the system. If we look here, we're getting latex, and one to immediately put the latex into tiny dry rubber, which we send to this backpack, which compresses it with a advanced compacting upgrade into the dry rubber, which we can turn into plastic. After that, we needed pink slime. So we made a mob slaughtering factory over here that is just using some useless mobs to get us pink slime and meat, which if we look, we have our liquid meat coming in and our pink slime coming in. And once that was done, we made our enchantment sorter over here. And here's a bit of a complicated system. Let's go over it. So I have storage buses with a good amount of the items that were in the ME system. And all I had to do was cycle the drives through our IO port, and it would dump armor and weapons and tools into this backpack. And what happened next is it would come into the enchantment sorter. In our enchantment sorter, the enchantless items would go this way, and the enchanted items would go this way. Basically, the enchantless items would just come here, fill a backpack, and we would immediately salvage them and trash the rest. And the enchanted items would come into this backpack and then into our disenchanter. Our disenchanter is being fed experience and books from this interface. It would disenchant the books into our library, which we had right here. And all the other items, once they were disenchanted, into this backpack. We got through most of the stuff in the system. There's still a bit more that for some reason doesn't get grabbed by the storage buses. But once that was done, I wanted to automate the process of getting levels in our library. So what I've set up here is the beginning of our enchantment feeder. which is villagers whose books are in auto traders. And again, we added easy villagers to the pack. This isn't in the pack by default, but they trade for these enchanted books, and the enchanted books feed into our library. I'm not sure why these are paused. This was working just fine. I'm not sure if maybe it's because I unloaded and loaded the area. Let's see if the books get pulled out now. Okay, yeah, so it looks like unloading the server and coming back kind of froze the system. Let's fix that. We'll have to address that later. Now it's working. Okay. Now, these villagers need books and emeralds to complete the trades. Those are being fed from this ME interface. Now, to keep up on books, we weren't growing sugarcane fast enough, even adding a row of botany pots of sugarcane. So we are actually using sawdust to make paper. And why don't we check on our sawdust production? There's 129,000. It's going good. Let's check our logs. Still at 10 million. Nothing to worry about there. And I think we have enough planks for a while. So sawdust is making our paper instead of sugarcane. So I think I'm actually going to remove the paper pattern that uses sugarcane. Oh, there goes my bitrate a little bit. I'm hoping it comes back. I really am sad if I can't stream. Oh man. Oh, and now we're back up. I think it's returned. I don't know what's going on, folks. I just want to be able to stream. Why don't we just finish out this stream, see how it turns out. I don't know what's going on with OBS and YouTube, but let's just carry on here. And hopefully the stream turns out okay. But let's try to find our pattern here for paper using sugarcane and remove it from our system. There it is. We'll go ahead and clear this pattern, and now it will only use sawdust. We have plenty of leather to make our books from our leather chicken, so no worries there. And basically, we need to set up more villagers for more books, and we need to figure out why some of these are freezing. Like the Curse of Bones, it's not sending, and the Mending, it's not sending. I know they're not full. It's got plenty of room available for Mending and for Curse of Bones. Why don't we tear out the logistical sorters and change this to laser IO? So I'm going to get a few lasers here. And by default, lasers can only connect to other lasers within 8 blocks. So we're going to use a few laser connectors here to make sure the system is all connected. Now, our total length here, we take a look at it, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So what I think I'll do is I'm going to put a laser connector here and a laser connector here. We'll go ahead and take our laser wrench, and can we connect these? And now what we'll do is connect all the lasers to the connectors that they are closest to. And now our laser network is created. All right, we're gonna need a bunch of item cards, which I have tons. And these are all gonna need to be extract in the tops. So 1, why don't we just set it up this way? 2, 3, and we'll go down the line. And we shouldn't need to upgrade the tick count for these. We're not trading that fast because the villagers still maintain their trade lockouts. They can't constantly trade items. So these can catch up while a villager is locked, essentially. Let's make sure these are all extract. And all that's left to do is place one more item card set to insert on this face. Perfect. Now our enchanted books are being pulled out. Awesome. Hi Cookie, how are ya? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a wonderful day or night wherever you are in the world. But now that we have that fixed, why don't we look at getting a few more villagers, as well as then improving our storage system. Now, I believe we're storing, real quick, our milk and latex here, and our liquid meat pink slime here. So those liquids are set. We don't need to worry about those. Now this villager has our efficiency ancient tome. So we're going to put him in what we're going to call the ancient tome backpack. So let me get a backpack. And we'll make it netherite. Oops, we need to craft some netherite ingots. Just a moment here. And these will be the guys that whenever we need ancient tomes, we can pull from. But there's no need to put them in the system if they don't have a book we can trade. So I'm going to put this backpack over here. And any villagers we get that don't have a book we need, but do have ancient tomes we need, we will put in the backpack. So let's get a few more villagers. Maybe we'll go one at a time here. And we're going to try to get a trade that we don't have down below of one that we want. So I do want piercing or similar. Okay, there we go. Spectral Bite we don't have. So we're going to lock in this trade with some emeralds so that he doesn't lose it. And then we need to cure him a bunch so that he is 1 emerald for the trade. Let's go ahead and get another villager and look for one we need. We do need fire aspect, so let's save him and cure him. Looks like I have villagers in these I forgot about. We have our mason, which we will check his trades. He needs more curing. I'm going to get the weaponsmith out. He's almost done curing. Our toolsmith and our cleric that we've been cleaning up. He needs more curing. All these need more curing, but we're going to focus on librarians at the moment. We are going to need more weakness potions. So why don't we just get some more water bottles? And have the weakness potions being made. Awesome. All right, now we can get back to what we were doing and try to get some high level and ooh, Bane of Villagers right there. That's one we need. Get him curing. And we'll do 2 more. We'll only have 5 going at once here. Ooh, I do want unusing as a trade I always have. Get him cured. And 1 more. I'd like to get the highest tier we can on the enchants. We already have mending. Already have silk touch. Don't need block reach. Low level, low level, low level. Let's try to get a high level enchant here. Ooh, there we go. Mana regen. We'll go ahead and get this villager cured. And while they are curing, we're going to work on more of our AE2 system. Now, we need to get prepared to start using more power. So I've gone ahead and crafted some more cells for our induction matrix. Why don't we get them placed? Currently, our induction matrix can store 86.4 TFE. Why don't we get these cells down and see what it goes up to? Let me change the face here. And we're almost max. We can only actually place 1 more layer before we increase the size of our induction matrix. And since we have some induction cells, why don't we do that now? We're going to increase the size. Now, it needs to stay within 1 chunk, just for multi-block purposes. Let's go ahead and tear out this wall. And we have plenty of power in the Flux network and storage in the AE network to keep us running while we modify this. So there's no worries. But I'm going to get some more of our induction casing, and we'll increase the size like so. We still have a bit more, so we'll go, oh, this was not meant to be. There we go. We still have a bit more, so let's try to fit them. Perfect. And then we'll go ahead and reclose this. I'll probably need a few more induction casings. And I kind of want to fill in the bottom first. So let's do that. Perfect. This is going to be quite the storage for us. There's no need to go fuller right now, though. Let's make sure we add our 2 ports. Put back down our flux controller and network storages. And our induction casing should be made here pretty quick. Hopefully before the system runs out of power. So close. Okay, should be a valid multi-block. Or not, we're missing a roof. Perfect. I'll need our configurator to change this side to output. And we want to output into the flux network and receive power from our power gen. We now have a 246 TFE storage capacity. Excellent. Let's check on our villagers. I already know these are all going to need to be cured multiple times, so I'm just going to cycle them. This guy's almost done. Cure him again. We're going to need more golden apples in a few of these. And now we're just waiting on this guy. I'll craft some more golden apples. Put them in here, keep stocking. Okay, all these others are pretty set. And cure him again. Awesome. Now, something I'd like is to not have one crafter always trying to craft books. So what we're going to set up is a molecular assembler for paper and one for books. I don't want crafting CPUs being used, so we'll need a pattern for paper. And a pattern for books. And this is one of my favorite methods of using molecular assemblers when you don't want crafting CPUs being used. We'll come down to our wall here, and off to the side, we'll set up 2 molecular assemblers. And we're going to need, let me think here. I'm going to edit our setup a little bit. Let me get some more regular cable. And this, we're going to need 2 import buses or export buses, like so. And we're going to need a interface. Here and here. Let's place back our cable. Give this one the paper trade with full accelerators, and this one the book craft, not trade, with multiple accelerators. All right. So this one is going to need sawdust from mechanism. And this one is going to need, in a extra capacity, paper set to export using round robin, and leather. Now they just need to be connected with power, which doesn't take a channel, which is nice. So we'll just put some cable like so. These will start crafting paper and books as fast as they get the resources, which the export buses seem to be a bit slow. So I'm going to make a change. I'm going to disconnect these and disconnect their export buses. We'll instead use some interfaces placed in the front and some pipes connected like so. We'll go ahead and place our ultimate pipe upgrades in these. And we'll set the bottom interface and the top interface here to sawdust for the first. Set to be always stocked. And the bottom one to paper and leather. Now, we're going to be getting books way faster than we're using them. So why don't we add books to a backpack here? We'll go ahead and create a storage bus for bookshelves and books here. Give it a 1 mil priority. And now our books will be stored here. Paper is also going to need to be stored. Why don't we add that to this one? And we'll go ahead and set the icon to a book. Perfect. Just to clear out the system, I'm going to cycle our non-backpack stored items really quick. Just like that. And now our crafting CPUs won't be stuck on any of those. Awesome. Definitely don't need to worry about planks anymore. Let's delete that one. We'll keep sticks in the requester. Now, I'd like to see what other items are being stored in bulk in our system for there to be 256, and add storage and processing for them. So I'm going to get a quartz fiber. Oops. Quartz. So that we can power. Oh, wait. We don't need to do this. We have set it up permanently right here. This ME chest will allow us to view the inventory of a cell, and it's receiving power through a quartz fiber, so it won't show the network items. Let's see what is being stored in this. Items, descending. We've got matter balls and arrows that we want to take care of first. So let's take this out, place it in here, and I guess I set this to matter ball and never swapped it back to singularity. I'll do that now. And let's make sure arrows are in our mob drop filter. That is my bad for missing that. Then we'll set up a backpack for matter balls, as well as singularities. Give it a really high priority. Make sure it has stack upgrades and cycle the system here. Okay, let's see what else is next. We need to do nickel and uraninite, as well as we need to add orchrum and netherrack to our storage system and cooked mutton. I'm going to take some nickel, uraninite, so that I don't forget them, apatite, sulfur, niter, endstone, and we'll also need processors. Looks like there is cinnabar ore. I'm going to try to get all the ores. Okay. Why don't we throw this cell back in the system and do some more backpack work. Now the orchrum I'm going to add, like we've done to our stone backpack, as one of the materials that is just mined out in the world. And in our nether quartz backpack, I'm going to add netherrack. And as for the endstone, don't really have a good place for it. I think we're going to add endstone to just the stone backpack. Okay, now for the remaining ores. Let's check how far we've gone here. Ooh, and you know what? This will be like our AE mass storage backpack. We'll add the processors to it. We'll add logic, calculation, engineering, as well as the printed circuits, and maybe our cables as well here. So I'm going to get Fluix ME Smart, Fluix Glass, Fluix Dense. I'm looking for quartz. I'll add cable anchors. I'm not seeing the quartz just because I'm blind. So let me do quartz fiber. And we'll also add, now that I'm thinking about it, most of the AE2 blocks. So I'm just going to type at AE2. And we're storing Certus quartz elsewhere. Don't need to worry about that. But as for all of the cards, we'll add storage for them here. Oops. Oh gosh. Struggling to click. And then I want to add storage for a lot of the panel faces we craft tons of. So we'll add a P2P, pattern provider, interface, storage bus, import bus, and export bus. That should be just about all we need to store. I'll also store the block versions of the pattern and interface. And we're good. Okay, ore time. It's got no stack upgrades. Let's do those first. And we'll make this the uraninite storage. So we're gonna need all the deep slate versions and all the stone versions, as well as raw and uraninite. Give it a 1 mil priority. Then we need a backpack for nickel. We'll go ahead and put deep slate and raw nickel, nickel ore regular, and block of nickel, nickel ingot, nickel nugget, raw nickel. Perfect. So nickel and uraninite are done. We're gonna need apatite, which for some reason doesn't show the ore here. But let's get some more stack upgrades made. And we'll add apatite ore. I kind of wish... Dang, I can't put the deep slate here. That's all right. Set to a 1 million priority. And then we just need to do sulfur, niter, and cinnabar. Oh, this is where those other items came. Ah. We never put these back in the system. No wonder these didn't get pulled when I did all my enchantment sorting. I was trying to figure out if there was a weird tag on them, but it turns out they were just in a backpack. Okay, so we got stack upgrades here, here, and this one is our apatite. We'll make this one be our sulfur. So we'll add sulfur ore and deep slate sulfur ore, as well as the sulfur item itself and block of sulfur with sulfur dust. Next backpack, we'll get some stack upgrades. And we'll make this niter. Block of niter, oh, there we go. Niter dust and the ores. Oh, come on. 1 mil priority. And last but not least, cinnabar. Let's get a few more stack upgrades. and do block of cinnabar. Oh, I need to be in this screen. Block of cinnabar, cinnabar, dust, ore. 1 mil priority. Now we need to add these ores to our processing here. This one's pretty open, so let's do nickel first. So deep slate nickel and nickel ore. That's nickel done. Let's do uraninite. All 6 versions of it. Perfect. And we'll start apatite ore. And I think we'll need another face. Oh no, we have it here. We have it here. We'll need sulfur. So regular sulfur ore, as well as deep slate sulfur ore. Then niter, regular, and deep slate. And cinnabar, regular, and deep slate. Perfect. Let's go ahead and add our cooked mutton to our mob backpack. And cycle our storage cells. Perfect. We're down to just 1 cell. Now that's some storage optimization. Let's see how cured this librarian is. Still needs more. And I'm just going to assume all these others will need more till the first one we put in is fully cured. Okay. I'd like to improve our A2 system here with a few items. One being some more crafting storage and coprocessors on all our other crafters. So I'm going to queue up some more 256 crafting storage. Not 1,000, but 100 of them. It's going to be quite the craft. It's going to take some time. As well as some more coprocessors. Sweet. Storage is working well. Everything's working well. I think it's time to move our nether quarry. I think it's done. Yep, it is done. So let's delete this one. Pick up our blocks. And go once again 500 blocks east. So we're going to go to about 4,700. Almost there. And then make sure we are all within one chunk of the builder, the backpack, the system to send the items, oh gosh, to the base, and power. Make sure we are chunk loading with this, and set it running. Awesome. Set a new temp pad location to Nether Quarry, and go back home. Now, I want to be getting more ores now that we have this set up right, and more stone and items. So we're gonna make some. I'm gonna check what cards we have in builders right now. We have a pump card and a pump card, so we don't need to worry about those. We want our clearing silk, because in the mining dimension, I want the stone. I want all of it. Let's get a builder. Preferably one that is infused. This one is not. That one was. So let's take out the pump card out of this one. Don't need to worry about the pump card in the mining dimension. Put away the non-infused builder. We got our clearing silk and a builder. I'm gonna give this builder a backpack to work off of. So let's get some stack upgrades. Tier 4, 7 of them. Use a bunch of our netherite. Just gotta wait for the netherite to process here. I'm gonna get a drink. Make sure you got your drinks, your snacks, folks. Ooh, a Dr. Pepper this time is what I grabbed. Perfect. I'm gonna speed up the mechanism machines, making our netherite to X32. Set this to auto sort. And that should really speed up our craft here. Perfect. We'll take our stack upgrades. Should be one more. Right? Oh, yep, there it is. And put them into this netherite backpack. And we'll go to the mining dimension now. Where our power gen is. And I really don't want to mess up the terrain for other people. Oh, there's one of our chunk claims, guys. Take that back. Sweet. Why don't we fly far away so that this won't be shown to anybody? Want it as far away as we can go. Probably head out to like 3,000 blocks. That should be enough. Because I want to gather the resources, so that's why it's a clearing silk. Alright, we should be more than clear of anybody now. So we're going to center it on a chunk here, place down the builder, and take out this filter. And what I'm going to do is create a solid block of 512, 512, and we need 69 plus 64. Which is 133, I think, height. We'll mess with the offset in just a moment. What we'll do is put this in the crafter and do northeast corner first. And then say we want the offset. Oh, I think it already did it right. Let's see how far down this goes when we run it. But I'm going to put the netherite backpack on top. Get another ender chest to import at the base with a pipe. Or you know what? I want to move fast. So we're going to use a laser. Overclocked laser. So I'll need some card overclockers because I don't know where they all went. We had 1,000 of them. Are they in my backpack? Nope. Yeah, I don't know where they went. We'll get some card overclockers here. A laser. Don't need these in my inventory. And 2 item cards. Whoa, we're missing items. Because, like, we had, like, 1,000 item cards. That's strange. Let me head back home. Yeah, I don't know where our item cards went. Anyway, we'll go back. And just to be safe, I'm going to set up a tempad location just called Quarry. And we'll take 2 item cards and a laser. The downward face will just be insert, but this face will be extract, card overclocked to maximum transfer amount, lowest tick speed. Then we're going to need power. And do a single run and stop. Don't wait if the operation is not possible. Set this to ignored and run. Oh yeah. We're cooking. Just to be extra set up here, I'm going to take 1 more item card and some node overclockers. Put in our node overclock. Set this item card to extract. Maximum amount, lowest tick. And now it's keeping up. Awesome. Cool. We'll let this run. And theoretically, if we set up all of our storage correctly, all these blocks will be coming into backpacks. And not the drive. Oh, wait, you know what we need to do? We need to chunk load this. Okay. Now we should see stone coming in. Excellent. All the ores, and hopefully nothing coming into here. Excellent, guys. Up and running. That's what I like to see. Looks like there's a few items that are going to come into the disk drive. We'll have to figure out what those are later. Well, let's check our villagers. Okay, max cured. We'll come down here. Give him a slot, make sure he's on Spectral Bite, and add a sign for Spectral Bite. Check the next villager. He's fully cured. Fire Aspect 2. Perfect. So we'll call this one Fire Aspect. Check the next guy. He's done Bane of Illagers. We'll just finish up all of these. He's done Unusing. Oh, come on. And last guy is done Mana Regen. Slowly but surely, we're building up crazy amounts of enchants. Our fortune's already up to 1818. Which means we can try to keep getting higher tiers of fortune here by like taking 2 fortune 8s. Or in fact, what we'll do is we'll take 4 fortune 8s. Combine them in an anvil. Oh, that's the highest I can do myself, but what I can do is with Fortune Ancient Tomes, we'll be able to increase the level of Fortune. We'll have to do that next time. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this stream. Luckily, the stream survived after one little hiccup. Looks like we can't use AV1, but we can use HEVC, which is still better quality than we've had. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, consider leaving a like on the video. And if you don't want to miss future streams and videos, consider subscribing to the channel. I hope to see you all in the next one, but for now, bye-bye.